Hi guys, thank you so much for being here with me again, and a huge welcome to those of you who are new. This is Jasper, and today's video is entirely dedicated to help you find out what are your person's thoughts and feelings regarding this connection. So in order to make your choice, I would suggest you close your eyes, take a few deep breaths, picture the person you have in mind. And when you feel calm and steady, you can open up your eyes and see whichever of these piles you intuitively feel more attracted to. We have pile number 1 with the Saturn look-up charm, pile number 2 with the Earth charm, pile number 3 with a little apricot seed, and pile number 4 with a little golden rock. If you feel extremely confused regarding your choice, you can also have a look at the timestamps in the info box below, because sometimes we intuitively feel more drawn to certain numbers rather than others. So that's a technique that I always use if I'm in difficulties, and it always works. Otherwise, you can also feel free to pick 2 charms or more if that's how you feel like, if that's what your intuition is calling you to do. There's really no rule in that regard. You might actually have a mix of messages in both those piles if you truly feel like you can't pick between 2 of them or more of them. So a little general note is that this is a general reading, therefore may or may not resonate with all of you, or even just a portion of the video might resonate with you, not the rest, which is why it's very important you always follow your intuition. Take what feels right, leave the rest, and try not to get too attached to the results of the reading. So that's everything for now. I will be using the Spirit Song Tarot deck, which I have here, and you'll find the link, the affiliate link, in the info box below in the case you are interested. But we're going to talk about this and more in the actual video, so I can't wait to see you at the beginning of your reading. Hi guys, if you chose group number 1 with the little Saturn charm, this is the reading for you. So I have a few oracle cards for you to start the reading with, and then we can go ahead and shuffle the actual deck, the Spirit Song Tarot deck, and continue and go more in depth into the reading. So let's see what we have here. I pre-shuffled and draw these cards previously the recording, but I haven't had a look at them just yet. So we have new love, a new person has surge of romantic feelings. So this is how your person is thinking and feeling regarding this connection. Then we have attraction. You attract romantic love by enjoying this moment fully. This is from the Romance Angel cards, which I'm going to give you the affiliate link in the info box below if you're interested. Then we have self-love and home. Let me just check if the light is okay. I think it's a little too bright. And then we have 2 handwritten messages. Let me just place them more nicely here. Which says, it flatters me the idea that you might be interested in me, but I'm scared that once you get to know me better, you might get very disappointed. I don't feel worthy of you. And then we have, sometimes I struggle with jealousy. I know that it's only because of my insecurities, but you're so lovable and surrounded by so many attractive and beautiful, interesting people that I wonder, what do you see in me? Okay, so insecurities, jealousies. There's also insecurities in this first message. Fear that you might get disappointed, not feel worthy of you. But at the same time, you have this beautiful card about the home, new love, attraction, and self-love. So I feel that from a general understanding, this person is feeling a really strong attraction towards you, and is actually feeling like there could be the possibility for this to become something more meaningful, more serious, the start of a relationship. There is new love. So it sounds like you guys might have recently just met, or they only recently started seeing you from this point of view, from a romantic point of view. So definitely you've stirred something within them, and they noticed that you are attracted from them as well, because it says it flatters me, the idea that you might be interested in me. So definitely they started understanding that you have your attention on them. But it's like it caught them by surprise. They were not prepared for this, and this is because I feel like they still are on a journey of self-love. They still haven't fully learned how to love themselves. This is what I see here. These drops reminds me of tears. There's actually the sun and the moon. I feel like they're starting finding a bit of balance between their masculine and feminine energy, and getting in touch with their emotion, being compassionate towards themselves, being okay with their emotions, good or bad. And but they're still on that journey, because there's a lot of insecurities coming out from these messages. But I have the impression that this card, home card, talks about them feeling at home with you, or feeling that they could actually build something strong with you eventually in the future. So that is a start. Let's put these cards on a side and see what else we can find from the tarot deck. And we can go back to it whenever we need. So I don't know if you listened to the intro, but I always just want to remind you that this is a general reading. Therefore may or may not resonate with all of you, or even just a portion of the video might resonate with you, not the rest, which is why it's very important that you always follow your intuition. Take what feels right, leave the rest, and try not to get too attached to the results of the reading. Also, these readings are timeless. The majority of them are timeless, which means if you are listening to a video that has been uploaded a year ago, but you felt drawn from it now, their messages are still valuable to you. So if you don't find the answers that you were looking for in this video, you can also scroll back in the videos that I've been uploading ages ago, and they should still work fine for you. So what are your personal thoughts and feelings regarding this connection, please and thank you, for group number 1. We have the Page of Crystals in reverse, and the Tower in reverse, then the King of Crystals upright, which is really good, 2 feathers in reverse, the Moon upright, the 7 of Acorns, the 8 of feathers in reverse, and the Chariot in reverse. I'm going to clarify with another 4 cards. I feel like doing it a bit longer today, this reading, because sometimes I try to just keep it short, just in case I don't have enough time, but it's good to alternate. So another couple, 4 cards. Ace of Crystals in reverse, 2 of Crystals upright, the Shadow, and the Magician. Okay, ready to go. So we have Page of Crystals in reverse, the Tower in reverse, and the Ace of Crystals in reverse. So there's a lot stopping this person, okay, from having a new beginning, a new stable beginning, and from investing into something important, investing energy into their manifestation, into working on their dreams, and putting time and effort and energy into new projects so that they might bring prosperity. There's a huge break, okay, from this person regarding the beginning of a relationship with you, I see. Yeah, because this is what we're talking about. It could be that they're blocked not necessarily towards the feeling aspect of it, but they might actually feel blocked about the material aspect of it, because we have two crystals in reverse. So the Page of Crystals in reverse tell me that first of all, this person might lack of ideas, lack of discipline, lack of being determined, and also could be lacking of money to concretely start something new, and also lack of confidence and feeling like they don't have enough to provide for you, okay. For them, just checking there, no, it's actually fine. For them, having enough money, their status, it's really important, and they feel like they don't have many good things to show, and in this regard, I feel like possibly they're not fully ready to show themselves for who they truly are. It's like the mask that they have to put on to attract people towards them. It's something really important for them. Okay, it's like they're not fully ready to show the soft inside. They really need, in order to feel confident, they have to have this fully structured image of themselves. Does not necessarily have to be a mask. I'm not saying that this person is fake. I'm just saying that they need to build up a really confident self-image in order to feel ready, and they don't feel at that point just yet, okay. Also, it's like they are in the middle of a huge transformation of themselves. It could be that this person is quite young because of the page, and also the adolescence or the young 20s as well. It's a period of huge transformations in general. You start understanding what you truly like in a person, what you like in yourself, who you want to be. There's still huge confusion about that, about who we are at that age. We still have that later on at 30s and 40s. Imagine at 20s. Sometimes people at that age kind of like to show off a lot as very confident, but in reality they are not. They're just pretending to already know everything about themselves, but they're still trying to figure it all out. And this chameleon there, the transformation in reverse, is telling me that they're probably having a little hard time embracing these changes and transformation within themselves, or it could be very overwhelming to them, okay. And there's definitely this insecurity that we've been seeing before, and also jealousy. It's really struck in these cards as well, because to them it's important to feel like they have everything under control, having two crystal cards here which represent the pentacles, but they are in reverse, so it feels like they are not in control or anything at the moment. It's like they are in the middle of this ocean storm, and they really don't know how to take control of their boat. They just keep steering in different directions. So Also, they might feel overwhelmed by how their feelings for you has been changed lately. Okay, so it could be that you might even know this person since a long time. I'm just saying I don't see any elements of that just yet from these three cards, but it could be that they have never seen you with those eyes before. They just started feeling some type of attraction towards you lately, but maybe you've been friends since childhood and they've never seen you from that point of view, so right now they're slightly confused about that. Okay, so then we have the King of Crystals, the Two of Crystals. There's loads of pentacles here, and this one, what was it again? Two of Feathers. Yeah, the Two of Swords in reverse. Okay, so the Two of Swords in reverse is actually a positive card. You might have the illusion sometimes that upside down cards are always carry a negative message, but it is really not. In this case, with the Two of Swords in reverse, it's telling me that this person is actually willing to come out of this indecision, to come out from their stagnant phase, is willing to make a choice, is willing to choose a path. Now with these two crystals, yes, there's two different paths that they could choose from, but I feel like their desire is to feel confident enough to be able to juggle those two paths. Okay. And also I feel that this is what they want, this is who they want to become. From the Page of Crystals in reverse to the King of Crystals upright. The King of Crystals, it's somebody that is fully able to provide for you, fully confident, has inside their goals and know how to achieve them, know how to chase them. It's somebody also very patient, that put a lot of work and energy in their goals every single day, very patiently, a drop at a time, and they are quite stubborn. They are not gonna let go of their goals any time soon. Okay, so yes, I feel that this is where they want to get, from the Page of Crystals to the King of Crystals. So they want to get to a phase where they're really mature as well, and they are able to be stronger, more like the strong part of a relationship as well. Is like at the moment they feel really weak and incapable of giving you anything at all. I really feel that it's mainly a matter of insecurities here. And with these Two of Crystals and the Two of Swords, it's like they definitely have a choice in front of them. Okay, but they feel really confident that soon enough they will be able to or juggle between them both, or picking a path, which one of those two. But either way, whatever they're going to do, they their wish is to simply feel really confident by doing so. Okay, so I feel that they feel confident that soon enough, whether they choose to keep those two paths or choose one of them, it will be fine. As long as they realize what is it that they truly want, and as long as they realize their strength within themselves. So I feel that these three cards put together are quite optimistic. Let me just meditate a second on all of these 6 cards together. It could also be that they are worried regarding their job situation, because there's so many pentacle cards that it's hard to deny that. Okay, it could be that at the moment they don't have a job, and that really has hurt their ego very much, and has, in from their perspective, has ruined their self-image. So possibly they're waiting until they have that job, until they have that security, and then whatever will happen after, it's going to be okay. They have this confidence that it's going to be okay. Okay, so now let's see if I can clarify what is this choice about. Possibly here I have the impression really that if in the past they had the belief that they had to choose between one of those two paths, right now they have the confidence that it really won't matter. Once they have that security, they can actually juggle them both. So let's see what these paths are. We have Eight of Crystals again, crystals. And the Eight of Crystals surely talk about work and dedication, daily routine, daily dedication. I said dedication twice, I think. And Eight of Shells, that's what it is. So juggling the realms of the emotions. The shells represent the cups, and the realms of work. Okay. So possibly this person is actually, right now it's having a lot of insecurities and doubts, feeling, will I be able to to find a harmony between my emotional life and the work life? It seems like they're quite it feels like they're quite unhappy regarding their daily routines right now with these Eight of Crystals in reverse. It feels like they feel like their work life in general is quite disorganized and scattered, but all over the place. So they're really just wondering, will I have enough time to fit in love, or will I just upset the person that will be with me? Because with this Eight of Shells as well, there is a feeling that they might have lost somebody in the past because of this, so they might be a little traumatized. Now the situation started to get a better shape here, and I have a better understanding on this person's doubts and indecision, but I feel like the problem is their type of job. So possibly they are in a situation where they don't have a job, or they have lots of little jobs scattered along around the place, so they have to dedicate a lot of time of their time to gain a little bit in return, or they are in a situation where they are not under they don't have things under control, or they feel very immature in this work. They feel unprepared. They feel like they're still learning. So they have this belief that once they get to a better place in terms of a work area, once they feel a lot more confident about their task and their job in general, or once they become the boss of their own career, the boss of themselves, then everything else will fall into place, and they'll be able to juggle love and work life much easier. Okay, right now the current situation at work doesn't make them feel good about themselves, so it is possible that they've started a new job just lately, and they could be principiant. How do you say that word in English? Like amateur. They could be just amateur in that work, and they feel like they still have a lot to learn. They don't feel really proud about that just yet. There's lots of changes going on so nothing has found a good rhythm just yet. Okay. Okay, so let's go ahead. Then we have the moon card, the shadow, and the seven of acorns. Moon and shadow are two major arcana, so this talk about definitely a much bigger topic here. And seven of acorns. Okay, so it's really beautiful to see the moon and the shadow together, because the moon speaks about the need to spread light on something that has been kept in the darkness for a long time. It's like, imagine the light, the moonlight on top of a lake. Whenever we are during the new moon, for example, the sky is much darker and we cannot see the lake whatsoever. We cannot see the fishes underneath. But when the moon is up in the sky really bright, then we start seeing some movements underneath the lake. So this is what's happening. This person is finally realizing that there is some shadow work that they have to do, okay, that they have been ignored for so long, but they realize that it is important to do it now. So we're talking about childhood trauma, some past relationship trauma, some past wound that still need to be healed, a broken heart, a big loss of some dear people around them. We're also talking about some addiction problems that they might have, some negative patterns in their mind, some I don't mean mental disorder, but something that is bothering them, is bothering their mind, some type of anxiety disorder or insomnia or overthinking, or having over and over and over the same negative thoughts that are bringing them down. So this person definitely wants to get rid of all of these obstacles with the seven of acorns, which is the seven of wands. This person is feeling driven to actually overcome all of these obstacles. This person have the energy, have enough passion and motivation and energy to transform themselves. And it could also be that you guys have some history together and something has gone really wrong in the past, and there was some toxic vibe. The relationship might have been not fully healthy. So this person is realizing this now and is actually willing to fix it. Okay, so if you have to start something new, then to this person is very important to sort whatever happened in the past and make sure that it's not going to be repeated again. Okay, so that could be the reason why as well we have a little bit of resistance from starting something new with the Ace of Crystals there. Okay, so part of their resistance is surely associated to their own self-image, their own work situation, but also to something that happened in the past that they still need some healing. Okay, or something within them. It doesn't have to be in the past, but it's something that belongs to them that is still a little bit toxic, and even in the current time, and they want to get rid of that before starting something new. Then we have Eight of Feathers in reverse. That makes so much sense because I didn't even notice this before, but the Eight of Feathers really talks about overthinking and negative patterns and feeling in a trap, but in reality we're talking about a mental trap. So it's somebody that feels like is stopping themselves from doing anything because they feel like there are external obstacles and external traps and people stopping them, or impossibilities, but they are not really there. It's mainly in their mind. So we're talking about a fear-based type of mentality. So when it's in reverse, it's really good because it means that this person is started to finally find the courage within themselves and the will to find solution, okay, to fix the problem. With the magician, it's amazing the energy that comes out of the magician, because they feel like they are on top of the world. They feel like they can manifest whatever they want. They feel like they have all of the tools within themselves to create their own reality. So they're starting being in touch with the law of attraction, for example, and the power of intentions and positive thinking. Then we have the Chariot in reversed. Okay, so I really feel like they realize that their lack of progress, and also the lack of progress in this connection, it has been pretty much connected, associated to their own fears and anxieties and mental traps and negative mentality. They know that. So I feel that with this magician now, they have a clear idea on how to keep on progressing, how to keep seeing some progress within this connection. It really looks like this person have everything clear on how they can improve the relationship and the connection between you two. Okay, and all of these shadow work also can be dealing with all of this jealousy that they struggle with and the insecurities that they have. You see, we said the fear to disappoint you once you get to know them better. We saw here that they are feeling quite vulnerable right now. They still haven't decided what is their own colors. The colors on their skin keep changing, and they're just wondering which one is mine, which one is mine, which one do I have to show, who is me. Okay, and it's like their sense of identity depends a lot on their job, and maybe they have to once they do this shadow work, they realize that there is a lot more than their job. Their identity doesn't have to be shaped by that only. There's a lot more that they can offer. Okay, and there's a lot more magic within themselves. They just need to spread light over it. Okay, so it is beautiful because this person is certainly willing to get rid of all of those insecurities and find self-love, self-compassion, self-acceptance, find the home within themselves as well. This is resonate a lot. It's like, yeah, this is kind of like a maze, and they feel quite lost at the moment, but they're willing to find home. They're willing to find their roots again. They're willing to find out who they truly are. Okay, and this new love and attraction, of course, as we saw before, there's absolutely no doubt that this person is attracted from you and is seeing potential in this connection. But of course, there's a bit of work that needs to be happening at the moment. But I see that there's a lot of potential for sure, because this person is willing. Is not hiding underneath a blanket and just waiting until everything on the outside world is going to fall into place on its own. They are actively going to do something about this. Okay, so this is super positive. I really hope it has resonated with you. Let me know in the comments below. I would love to hear your stories, and even if you don't feel like sharing it, you can simply just type the number of the pile that you chose, because it might be useful in the future for you whenever you want to come back and see if the reading you've been listening in the past was actually having some true points that still matter in the current present, you see. So let me know, and don't forget to like, share and subscribe if you haven't done it yet. And there's also the notification bell down below if you want to be notified anytime that I publish a new video, which is going to be once a week between Sunday and Monday. So usually Sunday, but if I have some troubles with the uploading, it could be Monday, but not after that. And I apologize for last week for not uploading. I just was feeling really sick, and I feel like it's important to listen to our bodies and not squeeze ourselves too much like an orange. So yeah, thank you so much for choosing me as your tarot reader. I feel incredibly grateful, and I can't wait to see you again in the next video. Thanks so much again. Bye bye, guys. Hi guys, if you chose the group number 2 with the little earth charm, this is the reading for you. So first of all, I have a bunch of oracle cards that I can read to you to start the reading, and then we can go ahead with the Spirit Sound Tarot deck to go much more in depth into your reading. So let's see what we have. From the Shamanic Healing Oracle, we have sexual energy and letting go. Then from the little handwritten messages, we have, I'm very sorry for all the pain that I've caused you. I was inexperienced and immature, and at that time I didn't fully comprehend how lucky I was to have you in my life. Wish you can forgive me and give us another chance. Okay. So somebody's regretting how they treated you in the past. And then we have, no matter how many kilometers will divide us, no matter how many years will divide us, there will always be a soft place in my heart for you. So they're not going to forget about you at all. Then we have reconciliation. Someone from your past is returning to your life from the Romance Angel cards. And retreat, it's time to disconnect from the world. So this is how your person is thinking and feeling about this connection. So clearly we have a regretful soul. So clearly if you guys don't have a history with this person, then this is probably not the right reading for you, and I would invite you to choose your pile again or click on a different video. Because clearly there is a past situationship here. So this person might have treated you quite poorly in the past and not even apologize about it, and only now they started realizing what a bright presence you were in their life and how important you were for them, how difficult it is to find somebody just like you, because you're so unique and you really you were really important. Like you really left a footprint in them. You really left you really had some meaning in their life, but they're just able to recognize that just now, and they're really wishing to reconcile with you. And still this super strong physical attraction hasn't been left them at all. So even if years has passed, this person still feel about you the same way they did before, or even more strongly regarding the physical attraction. Retreat and let go. So they hope you can let go of the past. This is what I'm hearing. They hope you can forget about whatever happened and start again from zero. And they wish they could actually meet you and go in somewhere, or just having a little vacation or a little break. They could actually bring them to you. They might have to travel towards you, or they might want to take a break from their life to fully concentrate on this. Or this could also mean that whenever they are with you, they feel like you're on a holiday. They enjoy your company so much that it feels like you bring them to another enchanted world. And this is quite beautiful. Okay, so let's put this on the side and take them back again in the future whenever we need it. And ask the Spirit Song Tarot deck. How is your person feeling and thinking about this connection? Please and thank you for group number 2. We accept reverse cards, but nothing to be scared of. They just help us to gain extra level of understanding of the situation. I don't know if you listened to the intro, but I was only reminding you that this is a general reading. The full may or may not resonate with all of you, or even just a portion of the video might resonate with you, not the rest, which is why it's very important that you always follow your intuition. Take what feels right, leave the rest, and try not to get too attached to the results of the reading. Whoa, so many cards popping out. Okay. We have the Wheel of Fortune, the Five of Shells, which is like the Five of Heart. I can't believe the Five of Heart is there. Five of Cups. I'll tell you why. So, the Tower in reversed, Two of Feathers, King of Shells upright, Six of Shells, Seven of Feathers in reverse, and the Nine of Feathers upright. Okay. It's quite bright, isn't it? Okay, but better. So I actually want to do the same I did in group number 1. I just want to get 4 more cards to clarify the ones we got so far. The World, King of Feathers in reverse, the Nine of Acorns, and the King of Crystals upright. Okay, so let's go gradually. We have a Five of Shells, the Wheel of Fortune, and the World. Okay, phew, really strong card. Both the World and the Wheel of Fortune are 2 major arcana, so they have a much bigger impact rather than the minor arcana. So with the Wheel of Fortune, certainly this person is open to a huge change in their life. Okay, they are open to anything that might shake their world, and they're open to all of the possibilities that the world is offering to them, and they have all of these tentacles trying to reach any opportunity. It's like if there is any opportunity to get in touch with you, they're going to do it. If there's any opportunity to restart a connection with you, they're going to do it. Okay, so if there's any excuse to call you, if there's any if like they need to get in touch with a certain professional and they know that you work in that area, they're going to call you to ask you for advice. In that sense, they're just really alert to any opportunity to be in touch with you and connect again with you. Okay, and I see that here with the World card, they actually see you at the center of their life. You mean the world to them right now, and they feel truly regretful with this Five of Shells. The Five of Shells is quite of a dark energy of focusing in what is it that they have lost in their past. And it's also a card of feeling quite abandoned. But you see, with this beautiful deck, I actually like the fact that they have different symbols rather than the original tarot. We have this what's it called, this bug that makes light at night, firefly, yeah. So as you can see, it's facing something big in front of them, but also spreading light with these other 4 shells. So even though they're still facing on something important that happened in the past and that they feel bound to, they are realizing that it's much better to bring energy and light in the things that they have here in the present. Okay, so it is a card of hope, for sure. So this person has a lot of hope that things can actually heal again and get fixed, because something surely something quite negative might have happened in the past with these 5 of shells, but they have the hope that they can actually readjust that, okay, and have a new chance with you for sure. And we have the Tower in reverse, and the Two of Swords in reverse, and the King of Feathers in reverse. All of these 3 cards are in reverse. So there could be a block in communication right now. They might feel actually, even if they get in touch with you, they're going to speak with their brain rather than with their heart. Okay, they're going to be quite cold-hearted. It's like they're not fully capable of expressing how sorry they are, even though they are in touch with their emotions and with how they feel right now. They still feel a little unable to show you that vulnerable side. Probably they think that it would ruin their self-image, and it would hurt their ego mainly. Tower in reverse and the Two of Swords in reverse. Okay. So with the Two of Swords in reverse, it feels like it's quite a good card in this sense, because it is telling me that this person, oh, it's very bright. It is telling me that this person want to come out of the limbo. Want to finally take a decision, choose a path, do something about the situation, be proactive, okay? Get in touch with you, start talking with you, although there is a bit of resistance, okay? They know that they have to do some sort of transformation. They know that they have to show you their bright colors if they come in touch with you. They know that it wouldn't be enough to come to you and talk about having small chats or asking you information about something that they need. They know that it wouldn't be enough to truly connect with you. But in order to show you that their true self, they need to go through some sort of transformation and some sort of release. And some sort of revelation that still hasn't fully happened, okay? It's like they're trying to find out some truth about them. So I always believe that whenever two souls get separated, it's always for the best, because it means that both of them need to grow on their own for a while. And that doesn't mean that they're not going to meet up again, that their paths are going to cross again. It will most of the time happen if it has to. Okay, so I feel that for sure this time alone has been really good to trigger this transformation within them, this shifting within them. So as you can see here with the Nine of Acorns, there's still something, they still have their defenses up, okay? It's still, that's why the King of Feathers, that's why it's so hard for them to express themselves with their heart, because there is a bit of fear of getting hurt or a fear of hurting you, since they did that in the past already. So that could be why they are a bit detached from their heart, but they won't be able to maintain that cold mask for very long, because we have here the King of Shells. So their feelings, their emotions are actually exploding out of their hearts. There's an overflowing of love for you. And not just with the King of Shells, but with the Six of Shells as well. The Six of Shells, it actually talks about soulmate connection. a connection that has been originated in the past for some of you since their childhood, but not necessarily. Is a connection that is very pure and genuine and naive, where both of you feels at home with each other. There's a beautiful love exchange between you two, or there has been, and you're still fully connected in the present moment. Even though you might not talking, you are still in each other's heart. And as you remember, we have this in the handwritten message. There will always be a soft place in my heart for you, and this is exactly what it is with this King of Shells and the Six of Shells upright. Okay, so they just need a bit of time before melting again. Then we have Seven of Feathers in reverse. Yeah. And King of Crystals and Nine of Feathers. Okay. So with this Nine of Feathers, there is a bit of overthinking, a bit of worries that are crowding their mind. They could actually have a hard time sleeping. They might keep thinking about you, about what is it that they could do, what could it be their next move, what it is that they could tell you, how should they behave. And they're just truly overthinking about that. Their mind is overly active. And they feel like that because the truth is that they're not fully prepared just yet, okay, to face this big shift. And we see both with the Tower in reverse and with the Seven of Feathers in reverse. Part of them is telling them, run away, this is too scary, I'm not ready. Okay, but it's not gonna last very long. Okay, because we have the King of Crystals here. We have two kings, actually three kings. I can't believe you got them, nearly all of them. But the ones upright are the King of Crystals and the King of Shells, which are their heart is really open, and they really feel willing to provide for you. They want to be there for you. They want to create something solid, long lasting, solid foundations. They want to be a good father, a good husband, a good companion. They want to be helpful. They want to have the solution to any of your problems. They really want to be fully dedicated to you, physically and emotionally, so it's just temporary, this feeling of not being prepared and not having enough resources, and they're just overthinking. They're just giving too much space. How do you say? They're just nourishing those fearful thoughts way more than it needs to be. Okay, but again, it's just a self defense mechanism that we saw here with this Nine of Acorns. I see generally this is pretty good. This person want to come back, want to start something long lasting with you, but before doing that, they still have to demolish some of their defenses for sure, and some of their fear of hurting you again, fear of getting hurt, fear of doing the same mistake they did in the past. There's a few worries here and there, but I really think it's nothing major, because we have so many important cards that are telling me that this person wants to be there for you. You are the center of their life. They want you to be in their life, in their world. And as we saw here, they feel truly regretful. No matter how many kilometers will divide us, no matter how many years will divide us, there will always be a soft place in my heart for you. They're not going to forget about you at all. And yes, they're really sorry for the pain they caused you. They were immature. They hope you'll give them another chance. So they are going to be there waiting for that chance. Possibly they're going to wait for you to give them a sign as well, because that will probably help them to gain a bit more confidence that you are ready for that as well. They don't want to pop in your life out of nowhere and at the wrong time, at the wrong place. Maybe you've been already moving on. That's what they could think in their mind, you know. Maybe she or he has already forgotten about me and has never forgiven me for what I did, and now if I come out of nowhere, it might actually be a bad surprise to them. I might shake their world in a bad way. But I feel like, yeah, so I feel like maybe a little sign from you could actually help this person to move a little bit quicker. But there's nothing to be scared of here, because with this King of Crystals and King of Shells and the Six of Shells, there's definitely very deep, meaningful connection between you two and the world as well. So they are ready for a new cycle. They're ready for a new beginning. At least this is their main goals. Of course, there's going to be a few ups and downs, a few obstacles to go past, and a little release and preparation. But definitely it is going to get there. At least from the current energies, things don't look bad at all. So let me know if it has resonated with you guys. I would love to hear from you. So let me know in the comments below. Share your stories if you feel like, and if you don't feel like, even just leave the number of the pile you chose, because it might be helpful for you in the future if you ever want to check out again the videos that you've been listening in the past, and see if they have any resonance for the present. For the rest, don't forget to like, share and subscribe if you haven't done it yet. It would truly mean the world. And there's also the notification bell down below if you want to be notified anytime that I publish a new video, which is going to be once every week, generally between Sunday and Monday. It's usually Sunday, but if I have any trouble with the uploading, then it's going to be Monday. The only reason why I didn't upload last week is because I was feeling quite sick. So I actually had a huge headache and feeling quite drained. So I believe that it's always important to listen to our body and not squeeze ourselves too much. So I hope you can forgive me about that, but I'm always going to be here for you guys. I'm never going to let go of this channel. It's just too important, too meaningful for me. So any feedback would be absolutely appreciated, and if you have any topics that you want me to cover, just let me know in the comments below and I'll do them for next time. Thanks so much again for watching, and see you very soon in the next video. Bye bye guys. Hi guys, if you chose pile number 3 with this apricot seed, this is the reading for you. So what I'm gonna do first is reading to you a bunch of these oracle cards that I already drew from you before recording this video. I haven't had a look at them just yet, and then later on we're gonna use this Spirit Song Tarot deck to actually go much more in depth in the reading. So let's see what we have here. From the Shamanic Oracle, Shamanic Healing Oracle, we have the masculine energy. Then we have creativity. From the Romance Angel cards, we have let go of control issues, allow the situation to unfold naturally. And codependency, addictions are affecting your romantic life. Then from these little handwritten messages, we have, you have to forgive me because I'm emotionally retarded. I know you will laugh, but it's a serious problem. I can't second guess you. And then we have, I'm sorry for sending you mixed signals. Truth is, I really care about you, but I haven't figured out just yet what I want in life and what I seek for and can provide for in a relationship. It's all new to me and I feel quite lost. Okay. So he's unable to read, or she isn't able to read your messages, and at the same time it's giving mixed signals. So this person seems to be quite confused and a bit new to the emotional realm in general. Also, this person comes with a big baggage because it comes from codependency and controlling issue. So, and there's a lot of masculine energy, a lot of proactive energy here. Both the creativity and the masculine energy talks about being very active, taking the first move, being straightforward, trying to try to force things into the direction that they want to. So definitely I can see how this controlling attitude could come out. Okay, I can see it makes really a lot of sense to see these cards all together. This could also be, remember that sometimes whatever we read that is about them could be about you instead. So it could be that this person actually think that there is some codependency but in their connection, but not necessarily from them. They might actually think that of you. But of course you always have to interpret the message based on your current situation, following your intuition. So don't take all of my words as liquid gold. Of course you have to see if they fit for your specific situation and arrange the meanings, arrange these messages, whether whether they're talking about your person or whether they're talking about you. Okay, so definitely this person, at least it's aware that there is some codependency issue in the connection and that there is the need to let go of those that controlling attitude, whether it comes from them or whether it comes from you. Okay, and there could be an unbalanced situation here where one person is actually taking action a lot more than the other. Okay, so yes, whether this is coming again, whether this action is coming from a person or from you, it will depend from you will be able to tell. Okay, so let's have a look and go much more in depth with the tarot, and we'll be able to take back this card. But that seems to be the base where to start. So, don't know if you heard from the intro, but I'm gonna repeat it here just in case you didn't hear it. This is a general reading, therefore it may or may not resonate with all of you, or even just a portion of the video might resonate with you and not the rest, which is why it's very important that you always follow your intuition, take what feels right and leave the rest, and try not to get too attached to the results of the reading. Most of my readings are timeless, so you can always go back, scroll back in the past videos uploaded even last year, and you might be able to find important messages for you if you feel drawn to click on them. So we have the Five of Feathers. We are going to accept reversed cards as well, so don't worry about that. It's nothing to be scared of. They simply help us to gain an extra layer of information and interpretation. So pile number 3 with the apricot seed. There's definitely lots of internal conflicts with these Five of Feathers. Oh, 2 fives together. 5 of Feathers and 5 of Shells. Then 7 of Acorns in reverse. The Star in reverse. 2 of Shells in reverse. 2 of Acorns in reverse. 2 twos together. Queen of Feathers in reverse and 8 of Crystals in reverse. Now we're going to clarify all of these by another 4 cards. Seven of Crystals, Page of Crystals, Four of Shells in reverse, and the Ten of Crystals in reverse. So let's have a look at these cards gradually. From the beginning, we have this 2, 5, 5 of Shells, and the 5 of Feathers, connected by the 7 of Crystals. 7 of Crystals, okay. So the 5 of Feathers, as I was saying, it talks about some internal conflicts, some debates, some battles. It could also be like conflict with other people. There could be some strategy going on. And with this 5 of Shells, there is definitely regret regarding the past. There could be some attachment to what has been lost in the past. Feeling as well abandoned, or feeling like they had to abandon the other person in the past. There is this feeling of being very much focused on the past and whatever has gone wrong, instead of focusing on the present. Although here in the Spirit Song Tarot deck, the meaning is slightly altered, because I see this firefly, which is actually not a firefly, it's like a moth. Well, I'm not fully sure, because a moth wouldn't have the it wouldn't be able to create light, but so I think it's a firefly. Anyway, it's spreading light over those 4 shells rather than on whatever represent whatever has been meaningful to them in the past. So even though they're facing this big shell, they're still spreading light over this. And to me, these represent the present and these represent the past. So even though the face is towards the past, they still recognize that there is something beautiful that they can take from in the present. They should focus on in the present moment. Okay, so it could be that there has been some conflict between you two in the past, or some misunderstanding, and it makes sense because there's lots of mixed signals between you two. Like, he or she is saying that they're not able to second guess you, and also able to send you straightforward messages. And they have internal conflict, because we said here, I haven't figured out just yet what I want in life and what I seek for in a relationship. So new to me, and I feel quite lost. So yes, it makes sense that this talks about internal conflict more than fights between you two. I think it's a battle that's happening within themselves, and they're also wondering, where will I get to the point where I find some clarity? I've been working on it so much and I can't see any result. So they're feeling a bit demotivated in that sense, okay? And impatient. But the fact that this is upright, it tells me that yes, this person keeps working on it, and is not fully giving up, okay? Sorry, I'm just trying to meditate a bit more between these cards and see what else I hear from this. So this person is still learning a lot about themselves, about what is it that they're seeking from. They feel quite lost and they're wondering, where is it, when is it that I'm going to find myself? But that is not a reason for them to stop looking within themselves, okay? And this 5 of Shells is actually, they're trying to spread some light over matters that have been in the dark for so long. This is what I'm hearing now. There is hope. This is what it is. There is hope that they will be able to find some clarity, to find their own path. Okay. Let me see. Let's clarify this and see, why do they feel so lost? Nine of Shells in reverse. So they are not satisfied about the present situation. They're not. They don't feel quite happy. They don't have many things to be grateful for, and yeah, there's like they don't feel really fulfilled. Possibly the nano shells when is in upright, it actually talks about somebody that is quite happy on their own as well. They have everything that they need around them. They have lots of reason to be grateful for, even though they might be on their own. They still have the strength to find the beauty in life, and to be happy and excited about being alive. And they collect this like a collection of little shells, collection of all the things that has a meaning to them. So they still are able to find meaning in life, even though they might be on their own. So when it's in reverse, to me it feels like this person is actually feeling the lack of something, but they don't fully know what that is just yet. And sometimes when that happens is because we're not fully happy over ourselves. We haven't got to that spot where we are comfortably able to sit down with ourselves. Okay. This person might seek happiness from the outside world most of the time, and being therefore disappointed because they don't get what they would expect all the time. Yes, there would be lots of expectations and disappointed here. So they don't fully know what they're looking for. And of course, yeah, we saw here before codependency. It makes sense. It's like this person is actually basing their happiness on other people's, how they treat them, how they involve them in their life, and so they can't be happy on their own. That's why there is some codependency. Or they might feel that from you, but you'll be able to tell which one is which. Okay, so then we have the Page of Crystals, the Stars in reverse, and the Seven of Acorns in reverse. So there's a bit of conflictual energy here. I see that there's not much motivation to achieve their goals and dreams. So I feel there's a bit of a sad vibe going on here for sure. Because when there is so much lack of motivation, lack of drive, lack of action, it is possible that one of the reasons is they are a bit depressed and generally unhappy about life. Okay, so yeah, there is a lack of determination, lack of stamina for sure, and also this belief that their dreams are just too far away, and that there's no much of a point in working towards them because they will never happen. That type of attitude. But that's that's not their desire though. Okay, it's like their mind forced them to be inactive basically, but their wish inside would be to find that enthusiasm, that motivation, because the Page of Crystal is so cute. Like it's really orientated towards the future. It's feeling a bit young and inexperienced, but definitely has lots of ideas to try and make it work. It's really open to learn about life and learn new talent as well. It's open to be creative and playful with the tools that they have at their disposition. Yeah, so I see that there is some part of them that it's actually hoping, and we saw hope here as well in the Five of Shells. There is a part of them that is hoping that things will get better, that they will stand up on their feet again, and they will find that curiosity again about life, and yeah, looking at life with the same eyes of a kid, with so much enthusiasm and curiosity for any little thing. I see there's so much magic surrounding this fox, and so, and the crystals, they are actually very loyal. So we're talking about the pentacles. Any court card in the pentacle suit, they might actually act very slowly. They might take a long time to find out what is it that they want, but once they find that out, they're not gonna let it go. Okay, they're gonna be very stubborn trying to achieve it, even if it means not seeing results for a long time. And we still hear the Seven of Crystals. Yes, there are times where they feel a little impatient, but it is not a reason for them to stop, as I said, working on their goals. So yes, I see a bit of a mix of energies here. Part of them want to just hide themselves from life, hide themselves from disconnection, and part of them is being really negative about it, for sure. But then a small part of them is actually being quite hopeful and curious about what is it that could come after. And also the Page of Crystals could be as well, since there is a fox in this card, a little cheeky and try to get your attention somehow without being fully committed at first. So they're kind of testing the territory, they're testing the grounds for a while before being fully dedicated to somebody. And they might want to offer you something small to get your attention. Okay. If you guys are already together, or if this is there's some sort of situationship between you two, even though or a relationship, it could be that they're not fully happy about how things are going on right now, but at the same time there is a bit of hope that you guys will be able to find a solution, okay, if you keep looking. Then we have Two of Shells in reverse. So this is telling me, and the Four of Shells in reverse. Okay, the Two of Shells in reverse is actually telling me that they have noticed some sort of distance between you two, some sort of disconnection. It's like your hearts are not as united as they were before, or there is some lack of harmony, lack of sympathy between you two, lack of sympathy. It's like if you before thought that you were soulmates, now there are some doubts. Okay, this person is not sure what's going on. Let's see these cards we had before. Now I remember we were just talking about mixed signals. And I do get it why they would send you mixed signals, because there's so much contradiction between themselves. Yes, they care about you, but they're also acting as detached. Yes, they are unhappy and demotivated, but at the same time there is hope and curiosity. I totally get it why you might be so confused and in need of clarity regarding this connection. And they've been saying that they feel lost. Okay. They don't fully know what they want themselves. Okay, and once they get close to you, they actually feel like they are over controlling and dependent, because it's like their whole happiness depends on you. So maybe they are actively causing that disconnection so that they don't have to feel codependent anymore. Okay. it's really hard. I feel that it's really hard for them to actually find a reason to be happy, because they consider a deep connection with somebody else the source of happiness. But whenever they try and get close to that, a toxic mentality, a toxic attitude start to take place, and they act in the wrong way. They just, it's like they squeeze on you too much, to the point that they actually push you away, because they're getting over controlling. So in the end, what they thought it was going to be the source of their happiness becomes the source of their curse. It's like a cat that is biting its own tail. Okay, it's just a circle. Truth is that the only way to actually come out of this vicious circle is to actually find happiness on their own, because that is the main mistake that this person might have done, to place it on you. So then we have the Four of Shells in reversed, which is quite interesting. It's actually quite a good news, because when the Four of Shells is in a pride, it talks about somebody that is quite stuck on a negative thinking pattern, somebody that is actually believing that happiness will never come to them, that it's reserved to other people, that they are never going to be good enough, that they are not participating in life itself. They're only a spectator, like part of the audience, sitting there being completely inactive. It's like, yeah, it actually makes sense with all these other demotivating cards, like the stars in reverse, the nine of shells in reverse, the five of shells in reverse. It actually made me understand why this person is actually being so negative. They might actually feel like you are out of their reach, that they are not, they're absolutely not good enough for you. But when is it in reverse, it means that they are slowly coming out of that attitude. Okay, they're slowly starting to have a bit more self-confidence, self-compassion, trust in the universe, rather than keep being keep complaining about all the bad things that are happening to them. It actually makes sense. The Four of Shells and the Nine of Shells, like talks about being not recognizing the beautiful things that are happening around them, and that they should be grateful for. It actually talks about not feeling any reason to be grateful. So it makes really a lot of sense with the Four of Shells. But the good news is that this person wants to shift this energy. This person wants to do some soul search and reevaluate things, and starting to have a better self-image. Then we have, what is this again? Two of acorns in reverse. Okay, so yeah, the two of acorns still talk about being slightly lost, in the sense that they don't fully know what path to take. And it's actually quite difficult for them to project themselves to the future. It's like they feel like they don't have enough elements to actually making a plan for the future, and it is hard for everybody in the current times we are to make any sort of plan. Or I get it why they don't feel so motivated to nourish the dreams. It's because the current times don't really allow them to feel very hopeful about the future. Some people might actually not getting affected at all by the current situations and the lockdown, whatever is going on, and some other peoples might actually have a negative attitude in general, which actually makes them perceive the situation much worse than it is, and it makes them feel completely hopeless for a change. Okay, so with these two of acorns, two of wands, they still feel like the future is pretty much unsure, and the future of this relationship is unsure, uncertain. They don't fully know what direction it's going to take. They pretty much are lost. Although the only hope that I can see here is that, yeah, this five of shells, and this page of crystals and the 4 of shells in reverse. So there is a bit of shift happening, but I see that the majority of the cards are like pulling them back to a very negative place. They still need to, it's their journey, okay? They need to figure things out on their own. For as long as they think that happiness depends on the external world, they won't find a solution to this problem. They won't be able to get out of that vicious cycle. Okay, they need to start being grateful for the small little things in life from now. Instead of waiting for things to get better and better, they need to start and seeing what's actually working already. Okay. Queen of Feathers in reverse is like possibly they perceive you as being very detached as well and disconnected, and they can't read you. And we saw it before. We saw they said, I'm emotionally retarded, you will laugh, but I can't second guess you. So this is how they perceive you, as an ice queen that is not showing her thoughts or their thoughts and emotions from their face, from their body, from, it's not from their words, it's not showing anything. So it's really hard for them as well to open up because of that reason. We have 10 of crystals in reverse. Okay, so they feel completely lack of stability. It's like they have lost their center. They don't even know where is their home, who they can trust. They don't, there is nothing that they can rely on anymore. It's like they can't rely on a relationship, they can't rely on their job, they can't rely on their family, they can't rely on their bank account. It's like their whole ground is shaking underneath their feet, okay? So this person is actually going through a really, really tough time. I can see that they are being quite negative regarding lots of different areas, and work. The 8 of crystals also represent work, so it's in reverse. So it could be that they're having such a hard time, maybe because they don't have nothing to focus on, nothing that is actually motivating them. So possibly they might have remained at home without a job, or maybe they left them home because of the current situation. Maybe they didn't have an essential job, or they couldn't do that from home. So they are alone with their thoughts, and they have this tendency of focusing a lot on the things that they are ungrateful for, which are just making things worse. It's like this person is entering into a negative spirals where things are just getting worse and worse. Okay, so for sure I can see that there might be a long time before this person actually come to themselves and come to balance and feel ready for this connection. I feel that it's not a bad thing that they are stepping back from you, because they would actually drag you into a negative spiral as well. They wouldn't be healthy for you, and this person has to deal with their codependency and controlling issues, and has to find some happiness within themselves first. Otherwise, really, it wouldn't be good for you. And I hope that you agree with me as well. If you don't, that it could be meaning that this is not the right reading for you. But yeah, this person is not in their best place mentally. I see that there is definitely a little bit of hope and curiosity. It's not that this person is completely dead and hopeless. There will be some progress eventually, but they have to do this journey on their own. It makes sense that the 2 of shells is in reverse. It's definitely not the right time for them to get close with somebody. And yes, these mixed signals are happening because there is confusions within themselves. They're feeling quite lost, but they have to find their own path, okay, on their own. They have to be creative and find some purpose which is not connecting to work and which is not connecting to love, okay? They have to go on their own self journey. So I hope that that has helped you a little bit finding some clarity within this connection. Let me know in the comments below if it has resonated with you. I would love to hear from you and read about your story, so feel free to share that with me. And if you don't feel like, you can simply just type the number of the pal that you've been listening to, because it might be helpful for you in the future if you ever want to come back and see if the reading has resonated in the future as well. So thank you so much for watching. Don't forget to like, share and subscribe if you haven't done it yet. That would truly mean the world. And hit the notification bell down below if you want to be notified anytime that I publish a new video, which happens every Sunday or Monday, depending if I have some troubles uploading the video on Sunday, but not later than that. I wasn't able last week because I didn't feel good at all. I had a huge headache and I was feeling pretty drained, and I believe we need to listen to our bodies. I hope you can forgive me for that, and I can't wait to see you again very soon in the next video. Thank you so much for watching. See you really soon. Bye bye, guys. Hi guys, if you chose pile number 4 with this little golden rock, this is the reading for you. So first of all, we're going to read a bunch of oracle cards that I've been shuffling previously the recording. I haven't had a look at them just yet, so we're going to see them together. And then after, we're just going to go much more in depth in the reading using the Spirit Stone Tarot deck. So we have Reunion of Souls and Duality from the Shamanic Healing Oracle. Then we have from the Romance Angels Oracle, Free Yourself, it's time to take back control of your life. And Honeymoon, enjoy the bliss of holiday time together. Okay. And then from these small little handwritten messages, we have, I've never felt as loved as you make me feel, but I'm honestly not used to it, and I'm afraid that I'll end up hurting you. You're such a pure soul, and I would hate myself if I accidentally contaminate you. So some fears coming out. And then, I know that life hasn't made it easy for us, but I want you to know that I won't give up easily. I believe we met for a reason, and that if we remain patient, the best has yet to come. Beautiful. Okay. So the first thought that I had from these cards all together is that there's no there's the only obstacles between you two might be actually from an external condition like work. So when I see this Free Yourself card next to the honeymoon card and the desire to spend some time together, I feel that this Free Yourself is not to free themselves from you. It's free themselves from a situation that is constricting them. Possibly it could be actually creating some physical distance between you two, that you're not able then to spend to be together on a daily basis. But it could also be that this person is simply too busy with work, with some other commitments, some other obligations associated to his family or to work and to some projects. So this person is actually wishing to free themselves from all of that and finally get away from it, turn off the phone and the computer and just go away with you somewhere nice. And I see Reunion of Souls, so really it could be that you guys again are on at a distance, and this person is actually wishing for you guys to finally reunite sometime soon and go somewhere nice, or wherever you are. That could be, doesn't really matter where you're going, especially because of travel restriction and everything. I really feel that this person just wants to be spending some time alone with you. Whatever you are, doesn't matter. So he could or she could be wanting to come traveling towards you, or hoping that you're going to travel towards them. Either way, this person really wants to free themselves from any restriction that is actually limiting the connection to a point where you don't have much time to share. Okay, So there is definitely the will to connect more with you, to be close on a daily basis. This is what I'm feeling. But at the same time, there is this duality. You see in this black and white little bird. So this person is trying and see the pros and cons of everything, and at the same time there could be some contradicting thoughts within them. So they might actually feeling, yes, I do want to be with this person, but at the same time there are fears. This person is actually very afraid to hurt you. But this person is feeling your love and is actually appreciating it a lot, because nobody else has ever made him or made her feel like that. So this person is simply a little nervous because this has never happened before. This type of deep connection and feeling so appreciated by somebody, it's something really new to them. So they're actually a bit nervous to ruin it. But I feel that that is not the major, is not their major thoughts. Is sometimes those thoughts come to surface, but they don't want to give it too much attention, because of this duality. It's like there's like a double personality within them. Sometimes they feel like on top of the world, and some other times they just feel like, what if I'm gonna ruin it all? And yes, there has been some obstacles. It hasn't been easy for you too. So it could be that you might have had lots of situations restricting this connection in the past, but it is not a reason for them to stop hanging out with you, to stop trying. They don't want to give up on you, which is so beautiful. I really am loving this reading. So let's have a look at the tarot cards. So I don't know if you heard from the intro, but this is a general reading, therefore may or may not resonate with all of you, or even just a portion of the video might resonate with you, not the rest. Which is why it's very important you always follow your intuition, take what feels right, leave the rest, and try not to get too attached to the results of the reading. We are shuffling the cards in a way that will have half of them upright and half of them reversed. Which is nothing to be scared of, because the reverse cards simply help us to gain an extra layer of information from the cards. It's like it gave us a double interpretation, double amount of meanings that we can find from the cards. So it's actually pretty beautiful, interesting. So let's see, what are your person's thoughts and feelings regarding this connection? A little bunch of cards that just came out, so let's see what they are. 2 of shells in reverse, the Emperor, 10 of feathers, and 6 of acorns upright. And then let's go get more. 4 of crystals in reverse, Queen of shells upright, 8 of shells upright, and 4 of feathers in reversed. You can see them all. And we're gonna get some extra 4 cards excuse my voice, to clarify all of these. 3 of crystals in reverse, the Wheel of Fortune, 3 of acorns in reverse, and 5 of feathers. Just gonna get a sip of my tea. Okay, so let's start from this side gradually. We're gonna interpret the 2 shells in reverse, the 3 of crystals in reverse, and the Emperor. So with the Emperor, I have the feeling that this person wants to take the control over everything, wants to be in control of their feelings, of this connection. With these 2 shells in reverse, it's actually telling me that this person feels like whenever they express their own feelings, whenever they listen to their own feelings, whenever they feel like they get lost into the love of this connection, which actually makes them feel frightened. Okay, Again, there is resistance in this union, even though they want it, because we saw there's a lot of love from them. They have a little bit of resistance. They're pulling the brake slightly, because there's something that frightened them about a connection being so deep and so pure and so genuine and so intense. It feels like it makes them feel like they don't have control on what's going on. So probably they're really not used to be swiped up by their feelings. Okay, something really new to them, and we saw it from the handwritten message before, that they have never felt something like that before, so it does scare them. Okay, and the Three of Crystals in reverse, it tells me that, okay, the Three of Crystals in reverse, sometimes it talks about starting a new project with somebody else, collaborating to a new project, and the fact that it's in reverse is telling me that this person does not want to collaborate, or involve somebody else, because it's a three-party situation. The Three of Crystals, usually there's like more than two people involved, but I'm also feeling, since we were talking about work from the Free Yourself, that this Three of Crystals could actually be telling me this person doesn't want to be too busy at work. You see, there is some contradiction here, because yes, they do want to be with you, they do want to go on a holiday with you, as we saw, they do want this union, but at the same time they are afraid of it. And possibly, you know, what I'm hearing now is that they could be afraid of all of the work that comes with it. Or they could be afraid that they're working too much on their job anyway, and that they wouldn't have enough time to actually make this work out. Or they feel like this, I feel, is going to be the interpretation that resonate with the most of you. I hear strongly that this person is actually scared that they're going to be swept up by their feelings in a way that they're actually going to lose control on their job, because they feel like whenever they're going to work, they will always be thinking about you and about whatever happened between you two. They'll just be completely on the clouds all the time, and they won't be as productive as they used to be. So this is their fear, that they're not going to be a great manager, a great boss, a great worker in general, because they used to be a person that as always have everything in control, especially in their work environment. But when you came into their life, like everything just lost order in their mind. They don't fully have control of what's going on. It's like their heartbeat keep beating much faster every time they think about you, and they get distracted, and they start forgetting about certain important information they had to maintain at work. So it really feels like they are completely scared to be too involved into this connection. And yeah, but I feel like it's going to be something temporary, because we have the Wheel of Fortune here, which talk about a big change, embracing a huge transformation, and being open to all the different possibilities that life has to offer. And with the Six of Acorns as well, I feel that there's a lot of confidence, and they actually want to show you off to all of their friends and families. They feel really proud that they got to be with you, and that they got to be appreciated by you. And I feel that they are healing from some huge end that happened in the past. So something really strong might have happened that hurt them a lot with this Ten of Feathers. But they want to move on from that. Okay, they in this particular deck, the Ten of Feathers is quite positive, because it talks about somebody that actually is healing from anything that has ended before, anything that has hurt them badly. So I see that they truly want to finally take advantage of all the opportunities that life has to offer. You see, there's much more colors in this card, so there's a beautiful jump from this one from the Ten of Feathers, which is like the Ten of Swords, to the Wheel of Fortune. So this person feel like the freedom of making new choices again, and be playful with life in general. So yes, there is a part of them that actually, you see, we saw this duality message in the shamanic healing oracle. So there's definitely a part of them that is feeling like, wow, this is so beautiful. I'm so happy with this person. This has never happened to me before. I'm so lucky. So they definitely feel like that. And on the other side, they're like, with this, what if this is too much? I've never felt that losing control like I am now. Okay, but I feel that those fears really doesn't have a huge base, doesn't really it doesn't feel like they're going to be a huge obstacles, because the majority of the cards are quite positive, especially with the Six of Acorns, like, and the Wheel of Fortune. I feel like this person is actually feeling confident that they will get rid of those fears pretty easily. Okay, then we have the Four of Crystals in reverse again. Oh, that's beautiful that it is in reverse, because the Four of Crystals, when it's upright, it actually talk about again feeling like they have to hold on really tightly on whatever they were able to gain, to obtain, to earn, or to find. Like whatever treasure they found, they want to hold on really tightly and never let go of it, which could actually bring a person to be slightly a control freak and very jealous as well, and it wouldn't allow the energy to flow freely, and it wouldn't allow the other person to feel free and happy. But the fact that the Four of Crystals is in reverse, it actually is telling me that this person wants to let go of that controlling attitude. And it doesn't matter so much if they don't feel that safety, that security, if they don't feel that everything is in perfect order. They are getting a bit more elastic, a bit more flexible about that. Three of Acorns, even though they don't have a perfect plan for the future, even if everything is not completely right down on the table, it doesn't matter. They used to be a person like that that has to have the exact plan of what's going to happen, but I feel that they're letting go of that. They're letting go of that need, and they are allowing themselves to actually enjoy the daily life and see how it unfolds naturally, because all they think about is you. This Queen of Shells, I feel, represent you, or this beautiful love that they feel from you. They feel like nurturing you or feel nurtured by you. There is such a beautiful flowing of feelings. It's like you guys actually talked a lot and express very freely how you feel with each other. So if this is not your situation, then probably it's not your reading. I would suggest to pick another one, but I really see that between you guys there is communication, there is admitting your feelings, even though this person might be slightly frightened by the depth of this union. At the same time, this person feels super lucky, as I said, and is actually starting to let go of all of this rigid structure that he's used to, or that they are used to. Don't mind me saying he or she is really not a gender specific reading, so just adapt it to your situation. So yeah, I see that this person in the end is going to give a lot more power to their feelings, to their emotions, rather than to their rational mind, and need to have everything under control. And then we have this Five of Shells, is it? Oh, Eight of Shells, yeah. Five of Feathers, and then the Four of Feathers, okay. So the Eight of Shells, especially in this deck, talk to me about the need to regenerate, even though they might have had a really huge loss in the past. It could have been involving you or not necessarily, because we still hear that you might have gone through a tough patch in the past, but that they don't want to give up. So this is actually telling me they still have a huge hope that things can actually regenerate with you. So if you guys have had some troubles in the past, and it didn't work out, this connection, now they actually have the hope that it will work again. They really want to regenerate. And if it's not about you, it's about this big ending that anyway has affected them badly, and possibly making them feel a little bit on a defensive mode regarding getting into another deep soul connection. Okay, this could be the reason why they're feeling slightly scared, possibly to move on from this big end. They throw themselves entirely into their job, and that's what actually helped them to heal, to distract, and to stop thinking about that, to stop obsessing about that. So now that you're basically pulling them out of that workaholic mentality, is actually helping them to shift again and to trust love again, slowly. We have Five of Feathers, so there's still a bit of conflict within themselves, some something that still need to be figured out, but they are tired to do that on their own. Okay, they're tired to do that just by avoiding life, and just they don't want to be in a hermit mood anymore. We have the Four of Feathers, which talk about rest and stay away from the busy activity of life and just meditate peacefully on whatever happened, and just having some solitude time. But it's in reverse, which tells me this person is actually tired to be on that phase, on that restorative phase. This person actually want to come out of it, start being more proactive, and deal with these internal conflicts possibly together. So let's get another couple of cards. Let's see. The Sun in reversed and the Six of Feathers. That's beautiful. It's actually telling me that this person, yes, want to move away from dark times. There has been a big, long winter in their life with the Sun in reverse, where they had some lack of vitality, some lack of joy, some lack of enthusiasm. They didn't enjoy life very much, to be honest, and they truly have gone through a really hard patch, especially with this Ten of Feathers and the Sun in reverse. But the beautiful thing is that with this Six of Feathers, which represent the Six of Swords, this person wants to move away from agitated waters towards calmer waters, and want to be feeling light-hearted, want to scatter through life in a very light way, and start flying from a flower to another, start smelling the beautiful smells of the springs. You know, this person wants to be so much more optimistic. From the Six of Feathers, I have this beautiful energy of wanting to smell life again and enjoy life again. Such a contrast between these two cards. So this is a really strong message. So generally, I see that this reading has been really positive. There is a beautiful, deep, loving connection between you two. And yes, I only see good things for you from now on. So I really hope that that has resonated. Let me know in the comments below what's your story. I would love to hear from you. But if you don't feel like sharing that, even just typing down the number of the pile you chose could be useful for you in the future if you ever want to look back at the videos you've been watching. And if you enjoyed this video, don't forget to like, share and subscribe if you haven't done it yet. It would truly mean the world. And there's also the notification bell down below if you want to click it to be notified every time that I publish a new video, so that you're not gonna miss it. It's going to be generally once per week, between Sunday and Monday. So I record it on Sunday, and then if everything goes well, it will be uploaded by Sunday evening. But if there's any problems with the uploading, then it will be by Monday, but not later than that. And there hasn't been anything last week because it wasn't feeling very well. So I just believe that we have to listen to our body in case it's sick and needs a bit of attention. But apart from that, I'm gonna be here once every week. So I can't wait to see you again in the next video. Thank you so much for watching and being so loyal to the channel. It really means a lot. So see you really soon. Big hugs to you now. Bye bye, guys.